amendments, I guess. If you are, then we can bring that to our regular and get that as your final procedure. So that's basically it. So I would ask through your worship to the council if we have any changes. That's like with the red line proposed amendments. That we would like to add, subtract. Anybody have any comments?
Didn't look like anything major, just little tweaks, right?
I know that there's lots of comments previously on the code of conduct bylaws. I think somebody.
Well, I thought we were talking about the meeting procedure.
Well,
We're talking about all of them.
Well,
because
I didn't have comments. I was waiting, assuming that everyone else did.
Yeah.
Well, I know because, and then when the code of conduct, I know when initially I became a counselor, I was told one thing, but then when I went to the AUMA and took that session, I was told another thing. But then when I read our code of conduct, it looks fine. So.
All right. Well, as Donna said, then we'll just leave it as, and if somebody still have time to.
No, I just know I say last time when it came up that everyone else had lots of comments.
Yeah.
So I was assuming I was going to be just waiting to hear what all those comments were, agree or disagree with those individual comments, but.
Like specifically, I could say like when I came on to council, I thought we were told that only council was allowed to use the code against each other. But then when I took that session, I was told that anybody can bring up that against us, including administration and townsfolk and everyone. And so when I read it, it doesn't state really one way or the other. So
I lost silence.
Yeah. So anybody can. Okay. It's just up to whoever is going to investigate or whatever to decide if it's. No, I thought it was fine.
All right, well, we'll just leave it as for now, and if somebody, like say, before we come bring it back for motion, we still have time to go and forward. We sure do. We still have another week, and during the regular, even on Saturday when we come to budget, on Saturday. So not a problem. It's just good to ask. We just want to make sure that we capture it. Thanks for bringing that up. That's appreciated. It's okay.
You got that.
It's all right. We're going to hopefully fix that in the next week. All right. 3.2, neighbor municipalities, Christmas Dole staff and county challenge, Thorsby, Warwick, Elmer, and Red. So this kind of, we brought this to attention at the 3920 meeting, right? Actually, Elmer is the one who brought it up. And if you want to comment on it further, go ahead. Sure. We see you been talking since the 3920, and what it is we thought we'd do a fun thing where staff and administration council would get together and in their own respective municipalities bring in food for the Christmas sales and/or donation, and the most poundage and the most donation would win, and that particular municipality would get to keep this amazing trophy that we're going to create.
I was going to say, how ugly is the trophy? Everyone wants the trophy.
It'll be ugly. It'll be really ugly.
If Donna's in charge of it, it'll be ugly.
Well, that's the part that caught my attention.
I know. Why have something fun, right? Let's just make it as horrible. So I've got Andrew on, and he's just evil. And we've indicated to Cal our challenge on. We told them that they couldn't have, because Dan is graduating at the end of this month. We told them that they had to schedule him for December 1st, and that was it. They couldn't have him. And the RCMP are agreeing to participate along with the police officer and all the fire. They're going to back the trucks up on the Christmas night and the Christmas in the village back into the doors here. They're going to have the doors open. So anybody that didn't get a chance to give when the fire does their drive throughout the town and or drop stuff off, they have another night to stuff a cruiser. So that's over and above. But we just thought, you know what, I think we could win this. I think did you guys come up with kind of set of rules or? Yeah.
They're a little bigger than us.
Yeah,
definitely
exactly. It's the amount of money and the amount of poundage
Per capita or?
per capita. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna.
I was thinking otherwise, like, Warburg and Breton, you know, they really have enough of that.
They
one.
can. Yeah.
That's right, no, it's per capita.
We at least are kind of half fast, sort of in the running, but
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but per capita.
I said just so, man, we're gonna wipe the floor with Calmar, it's not a problem. So we can,
I will be eating those words.
oh no, we'll be good. I have 10 pounds of sugar I'm donating.
That's a good idea.
So I think
that's
it'd be
true,
good.
yeah.
Flour,
Not the heaviest weight per cause,
That's
that's okay,
right,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure just like very like poorly processed cheap flour can't cost a lot and really adds up in weight.
Nope.
Okay.
I think we'll need flour and sugar and cash, all that kind of thing, and we figured the night of Christmas in the Village is a good night, that we could weigh it all here. It's just a fun thing for staff and administration, so.
Okay.
Oh, we'll figure out.
Do we have a scale?
We do it in public works, I think. Yeah.
I know there was one down at the water intake there.
There
There's
is.
a huge big
It's
scale down there.
huge. We're gonna drag it out of there this summer. We're gonna bring it.
Oh, apparently we're dragging out there this Christmas.
Well, maybe if the road station goes in, we can get it out. I mean, that thing will weigh an elephant, that's how big it is.
fast, I mean, today's already the 14th.
Yep.
Christmas in the Village is December 5th.
First. Friday the first, yeah.
That's right. Friday the
Yeah,
first,
so,
so
2 weeks away.
we can do it. We can do it. This one's for you, Councilor Tracy.
Almost over. And does the trophy have to be displayed somewhere publicly all year round, or can it be in a closet?
No. Nope. It's gonna be
It's gonna go
open.
right on, it's gonna be your foot ornament on your car.
Yeah, maybe you can make a traffic circle and put it right in the middle of it, or?
Like in the May parade, you have to put on the roof.
There you go, that's right, we'll have it.
Every
It's fun.
opportunity to display.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Show
we
it off.
won the Christmas challenge, well, the big sign, the whole bit, we're gonna win.
Oh, wow.
All of us just thought it might be kind of fun for council's administration, to have a little bit of fun and have a little bit of Christmas cheer, and I think we should win the first one, so.
We'll be doing our little cookies and hot
Yeah.
chocolate again.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We were a great hit last year with the cookies and the hot chocolate, so yes, we're gonna do that sort of thing. And, one of the things the fire was concerned about is that at first they thought that they would be able to do their drive in and out of the neighborhood, right? We said, oh, no, this has nothing to do with it. And even with the, fire vehicle parked up that night, on the, Christmas in the Village, it's still not gonna distract from your drive. They're still gonna go in and out. There's gonna be people that didn't get a chance, weren't home. For example, cruiser, we'll have candy canes for everybody to put up the cruiser. The RCMP got back to me within minutes, that we're bringing a cruiser. Are they bringing a big cruiser? Well, they're bringing one of the big, I think the rookies are coming. We got another new rookie in town, so for the RCMP, his name's Joe, and I indicated to the corporal, we'll be inviting him in the council for a welcome. Well, the last one was great, what are you gonna do with this one?
We'll break his toilet and then get.
Yeah, we'll have another incident.
Did somebody leave, or they
Nope.
just added a new one?
Added a new one, another rookie right out of depot, he's almost 40 years old.
Interesting. Like my neighbor, I wouldn't have thought he was brand new or something.
Yeah, he just wanted to do something different with his life. So he likes the mug we gave him, and the staff thinks it's fun, so I said, okay, well, we'll do it for Joe. So anyways, I thought the CAO thought this would be fun, and, be fun for us all to get together, just get to know.
I get a motion to accept 3.12 or 3.2. All in favor? Council report, that's on there, I didn't even get mine in.
Me too.
Went fast this time, right?
I looked at the agenda, I'm like, fast, there was
Last week we
extra.
did it again.
I looked at the agenda and I was like, oh, dang it. Guess I should do something.
Anyhow, so October 7th, attended the Oktoberfest here at the hall. There was 100 people. It was different, for sure. And and quite an older crowd that everybody enjoyed themselves and they did $2, so it was good. And October 10th, we had a meeting here. October 14th, I attended the wellness thing at the complex there. It was very good. There was only 45, 50 people. Thirds of 10, there was only 3 men there. But, I think next year 24th, October 25th, I attended the seniors, luncheon there, end of the month. Bob Layton was the guest speaker there, and, they had some target there, and, quite a character. I listened to him a lot of years on that, and didn't lost any of it. He's gotten a little older like all of us. But he actually gave us a little puppet show that was quite entertaining. I didn't know it. He studied in Las Vegas under the same guys as the Ed Sullivan show.
Really cool,
Yeah.
actually.
Somebody there, and I watched him, and his mouth wasn't moving.
Well, like a ventriloquist,
Yeah.
so cool.
It's pretty good. And, 3920 went on the 25th. For all intents and purposes, pretty much winding right down. I'm quite sure we're gonna go ahead with the, AGM, and that'll be it in January. With everybody there, and then that way formally, kind of voted in, or whatever we're gonna do. That's, January 31st, the last, Wednesday of the month is the 31st. And I believe it's in, Renton last year. I'll get information for sure of that. One thing that came out of at the meeting, there was a lot of, all the other communities are doing something for Christmas, you know, Warburg is doing the turn on the lights, and Breton is having some great sleigh rides, and everybody's got something going on for, Christmas and Hanukkah. That's kind of good. That's target for using that. And the only other thing that we brought up there is the, nurse practitioner, which would benefit all of the communities here. Maybe I'll let you, if you don't mind, I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, for sure, Jeff's been working hard on it as well, helping out. We're gonna do a town hall meeting, probably late January, early February. We've, calculated all the, summer villages, small towns, and counties that are struggling to find doctors. And, we have a nurse practitioner speaker, she's highly regarded with the President Association, understands the billing cycle and understands that the premier has said that they'll pull them away from primary care billing and allow them to run their own clinics. Hasn't given a date, so it's a lot of provincial pressure will assist that. It will be the guest speaker. Any requests will come through an email. That's just for information only. There'll be MLAs on board. We'll send a message into Premier Smith to come and say a few words if she chooses. The four mayors of 3920 will be able to interview themselves and give a few words agreeing. I'll moderate it. And basically what it is to get more nurse practitioners in the rural community. And to fundraise for them is next to impossible, because you're fundraising for primary care. And if we've got room here in Thorsby in the drugstore, actually. Yeah.
Does the other one work for the clinic?
Yeah, she does. She's small, yeah. But there's more offices in the drugstore. The new drugstore is a very, very cool, nice guy. And he wants to be more involved with the community, so it stands to reason even if we have two clinics, fair enough. We can get everybody in one. And I know Cheryl told me that she said as a nurse practitioner, she'd come to the county in a heartbeat. A lot of her colleagues would, because of how they're trained. And I mean, they can do a lot of procedures. I don't mean heart surgery and all that, but they have a better referral network than most physicians in rural areas, because of where they practice, and they have a more robust community practice. They can do a lot of things, diagnosis, prescribing, so on and so forth. So we'll run that as a province-wide town hall. It costs us $65 for Zoom. The Zoom license is up to 500 people, so our corporate Zoom license, or we have one here, so it's $7. That's very inexpensive. Yeah, they can see that town authority, so that's cool. And or companies, whatever one works the best, that's fine. And so it's an information session about 45 minutes. And then we'll have an email. We'll talk to IT Locals. We'll have an email open so they can email, and then we can send back the information, send back the responses, and I'll get a letter ready for your to the premier, inviting her to set the date. So we think we'll have a pretty good turnout. Not only that, we've said, when we send the letter out to all the municipalities and we invite them, we're gonna ask them to open up their council chambers or community hall or something and invite the residents in to listen as well. So that could be a true town hall meeting. We've already got interest here. Probably, we think in January is a good time, probably close to the end of January. Everybody's at home and it's freezing and they don't have to go anywhere. But it's really important for the rural community. And once you fundraise for a nurse practitioner, you gotta do it every year. And it's not practical. You've got to get them out. This is the best way to do it. Not us, but it's still good. That's what we're working on. So we'll have more information once the date is set, and once we get a comment back from the premier, if she's willing to come, we'll set the date around her, and invite all the different communities to invite their MLAs. We'll see if we can put some provincial assertiveness to help understand the rural areas. I haven't considered that because in a lot of cases, and I'll take suggestions from this council. A lot of cases, if the media comes, they're expecting interviews, and maybe I'll talk when I talk to the Premier's chief of staff because it's town hall. I'll ask them if they're comfortable. We can send out a press release after.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think the media is so very interested when it's a non-actual event, there's no pictures or, it's just, there's really little benefit for them. Yes, a press release after would be all they're looking for. If there's something worth reporting, they will, but they don't want to sit through it. What, get a picture of their computer while they're listening on Zoom.
Yeah, it's a good thought, though. I definitely press release after and press release before.
Sure.
We'll do that. But the key thing is the municipalities want to indicate to Premier Smith that she mentioned it. Now let's get after it. Even the nurse practitioner want that opportunity. They're not so happy to be there.
Yeah, and the other thing that I brought up there is I brought up a motion to roll east to 3920 and everybody adding to the plot if you want to use.
Yeah, they'll just say we should be distributing out the plot, not adding to it.
So that's good. So that's what we did. This year and not last year.
We didn't have anything in there.
We used this for other things, but that is my report. Any questions on that?
So like, are they distributing back out the money that's already there, or what?
We're just gonna sit there. That's something we'll probably discuss at the AGM.
Okay. And there's what, like 70,000, 80,000?
No more fees will be collected, and it's just actually they're making about $3,500 a year in
Sure.
interest.
So I guess my move is $70,000 or $80,000 sitting there. So yeah, whoa, if it's sitting there, why under whose control, and why are we not getting the payment back to the municipalities?
Right. And that's something that we could probably discuss at the AGM. I'll put it on the agenda, of course. But, right now, nothing was brought forward on it. But at least it's not costing us. Any questions? Corey, go ahead.
Other than the East Landing extension that was at the end of the month, which we already talked about last week, there really wasn't a whole lot. Obviously, since then we had the open house or grand opening or ribbon cutting or whatever you want to call it, but hard to call it a ribbon cutting when concrete work's already done. So other than that, there's not a whole lot new.
Mr. Miller never had nothing for us.
Okay, so I attended all the regularly scheduled council meetings for the month of October. The first week I was out of the country and I had 2 requests for commissioner's oath. I suggested that they contact one of the other councilors for signing. October 12th, bingo paymaster. October 18th, library meeting. programming has been going extremely well. A book sale will be held on October 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th at the complex. October 19th, Chamber of Commerce. Elections were held. President is once again Shauna Ospey, Vice Chair Carrie Levin, Secretary position is available. Treasurer is Linda McBride. Gala is November 25th. Please purchase tickets as soon as possible. $5 per person. And actually, I think there's 1 or 2 more days of sales still with the tickets, and then it's cut off. Christmas in the Village is December 1st. Chamber sign is still to be updated. Memberships need to be renewed. And Taylor Park project is planned. October 22nd, I was Commissioner of Oath once again.
Thank you. Any questions? Councilor Ash.
All right, so for October, I attended the regular council meetings. On October 16th, I had my FCSS meeting, which we spoke about. I did mention again to Michaela, well, not again to her, but I mentioned to Michaela about perhaps holding the community awareness back at the school, and she said she had already spoken to them, and it looks like that's maybe what they're planning on doing next fall. She was giving us dates in regards to Christmas elves. I know she had given one date for the food drive, but I feel like it might have been changed. I swear I saw the date somewhere, but I looked through everything and I can't find it. I feel like the food drive's on November 28th. Okay, good. Yeah, because she had originally planned the 27th, but then I was told they do their practice on the 28th, and I let her know that. So we're going to hold it, the food drive, the same night, because all the fire guys will be there. So I thought that was an excellent idea. The application for if you would like to get a hamper from the Christmas elves opens on November 13th, and the cutoff date is December 4th, with a delivery date of December 18th. Michaela is once again getting the schools to do the competition for the food, and they're going to be giving a pizza party to whoever wins that. And then she's going to get it boxes out because there'll be lots of toys needed in this year. She mentioned that December 16th out at Rundle's Mission, they're having their Luminaire Christmas event, and it's hosted by Parks and Rec, FCSS, and Rundle's Mission. I was told it's an amazing event, so to let everyone know that's going on and take a check out at that. I think that's it for FCSS. And then after the FCSS meeting on the 16th, I went to the high school meeting and I talked to them about the FCSS needs and the Christmas elves needs in regard to like volunteers for the food drive and food sorting and stuff like that. And thankfully, I did bring it up because I think we got our students volunteer from the high school. I think it's Sophia. It's gonna be yeah. So that's awesome. So that was that. And then October 18th was our library board meeting, as Tracy had said. I made a couple notes, but the biggest thing I thought was cool, I don't know, I think we may have had it before, was the rec, I believe, is it Paula wants to talk to the rec center and maybe get together on a movie license and discuss with Yellowhead so that we're able to show movies out of the rec center again. I know we did it in the past, but I don't know what that's about. I think that was it. And as Tracy mentioned, we had the book sale on the 25th to the 28th. I was helping set up and tear down on the 28th with Tracy for that. October 1st, I attended the Lions Breakfast, and that was it. That was October.
Nope. Then a motion to accept the council reports for this day.
I can make that motion.
All in favor? All right, 5.1, Chief Administrative Officer Report. Hey, Donna.
Thank you, Worship. This is the top bullet. We now have the new asset management software, so we can start to conduct proper GITP in the cemetery for new mapping of our accurate plot planning that helps anybody, but we want to map them. The map that we have, the original map that we have that's been written in and so forth, it is, it's a little hard to read, it's faded over the years, and we definitely keep that map because it's historical, but we want to just cooperate it with that map so we're not ruining someone's plot or incurring ourselves on a private plot. So that'll be good, and all the grade markers will be loaded up on that as well, so the marker matches the plot. We're not just going by that. And that way we can identify our war heroes and our CMP member that's buried in the cemetery so that we can honor them perhaps next year with no stone left untouched, a flag or coffee or whatever. The school about that for next Sunday cemetery. There's not a lot of folks there, but they're there. So we'll be able to mark those. We met with the Government of Alberta consultant on grants and other methods of funding municipalities. It was an information session, and we'll continue to evolve it. There's no grants open of great magnitude that we need, but we're on the radar for when they come through. And that goes with Alberta Transportation for water, sewer kind of grants. That all comes out of transportation. I have no idea. That's always been like that for years. I don't get it. You think it would come out of infrastructure, but it doesn't. So just more or less creating that relationship. Wellness grant from Alberta Mental Health Rural Alberta has been reconciled and sent off to them. So they're pretty happy with the way it went. So how the grant's been reconciled properly. And we've received the Silversmith GPS system, had the contract reviewed by legal, so that this administration council do not become hemmed in with the contract that has no exit clauses or has language that precludes us from operating successfully. We're kind of tired of still operating under contracts that we can't get out of and so on and so forth. So that was been done, it's been signed, and the system is on the way, and training will take place soon. The water break on the 16-inch pipe was discovered. The landowner, I didn't think I put it in here, Mr. Mayor, but I did. It's been fixed, and interestingly enough, we have a 66-foot right of way, so it has been fixed. Farmers satisfied, and further issues with that. We're probably looking at capping off the one pipe that goes to the gas plant there. It's like for lack of a better word, it's like a backwash pipe. It's still ours, but if we don't use it, it's go off. That might help with some of the pressure. We're not having any trouble, but just might help us be more expedient. We're very busy on development complexities. That's the way I could say it, and unraveling them slowly to the homeowners who are acting as their development officers. It's been a lovely challenge. Liz and I'll be developing a booklet for winter, during the winter, for anyone wanting to build a place or home on a lot, so it makes it easier for them. And the issue is the town is not the development agency, the developer or the homeowner developer. That's what's getting folks to be upset. They're not upset with us, but there's processes to go through, and it's frustrating for them. And
There's every municipality, though. It's not easy for there.
no, it is
No,
not.
I think it's just it's their self,
Yeah.
so they don't know it all, and then every time they get something back, they're angry.
Our process is quite a bit simpler than most
100%.
municipalities. Like ours, if anything, needs to be more robust, not simpler. So.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make them robustly simple to understand. We've had things like, we'll just get our electrician to lift the lines and we bring in the house. No, you
Well,
won't.
that's like if you don't know that you need to hire somebody, they shouldn't be doing it on their own at that point.
We know,
Yeah.
we know,
They don't know.
they know.
Well, but I guess that's how it needs to be simpler. They need to be told if you can't fill these out adequately, you do need to hire somebody because this should be straightforward.
Yep, and that's part of the application, and we go through it with them. They wanna save money, now it's costing them more.
I was gonna say they're never gonna save money.
Yeah.
Every time it's gonna be more expensive.
No, and they eyeball things like elevation. Oh, my water will run on his property. Well, me not now, but what if he sells to someone else? So,
Grades are very deceptive.
They
They're
are.
actually measuring it. It's easy to say it's gonna flow one way.
yep. So we need that, those proper surveys and so forth. So it's being mitigated. It's, we aren't deviating from our policies or anything. It's just taking up more time than I would like to. And we just about got them solved. But let's just say we're helping them out as best we can. As Kyle said about it, one homeowner will start getting bills
know about development permits, but I know with most safety codes in most jurisdictions, they'll have two different fees. One if you're a contractor, one if you're getting a homeowner's permit. Do we not have, I don't think we have the same, but is there a reason we can't do the same approach with a development permit? Have they, you're a professional who we don't have to answer a million questions for, we either say pass or fail, and the homeowner who we have to spend 3 months walking through each piece of paper. I mean, there's a reason there's a different fee, because it takes 8 times as much cost on our part.
Well, it does, and
So I mean, they should be billed accordingly. There is, I know they say for safety codes, there's that ability, so yeah, I'm not.
I think we probably could count it for it. One of our problems is the one house does have a professional developer. Builder.
That's not a
No, sorry.
Yeah.
They have a professional contractor who supposedly knew a whole lot. I was all gonna say about it, and, it's, proven himself to be intriguing.
But we would add a, yeah, here's the price for when you go over your stuff and pass fail, and for each hour of time that is spent on your file, you build it additionally.
Yep.
Actually, I understand like the, oh wow, you're gonna try to save money, do it with a homeowner's permit, and now everyone involved is, regretting it every step of the way. I understand your pain, but incurring costs to be passed on to that person, not to the rest of the town.
That's correct, and the one house is, will start to be, we're starting to pass those costs on.
That is something we can get.
I agree. I totally
feel like there's gotta be like no impediment to doing so. I just don't think it's common, but I don't think you can. I guess like very hesitant.
And it would make sense
thought.
because the amount of time that we spend on.
Well, it absolutely can be. Like if you're going from, hey, we're gonna spend a few hours reading paperwork to we're gonna spend weeks going through this, that's not fair to pass the cost on to me as a taxpayer. I don't wanna deal with that.
And our development permit can't be any simpler, because Liz has revised it again.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not like they're complicated. It's not like we're very owners. By most municipality standards, it's very little.
Yes, that's correct.
So if you can't adequately complete that paperwork, you really are over your head as far as that.
And I guess right now, there's nothing deterring them from coming in every day and taking part-time.
No, there isn't. But if you suddenly add some sort of detriment to them, then
Yeah.
they might not do that.
That's correct.
Or at least even if they do, fine, it's not truly a cost, or the cost is being covered at.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know Liz has told both parties, you get yourself your own development officer. We want to spend the money, so we have to put in stuff now. We want this town to grow, but we don't know all the time. So these are good test cases. We know what we have to do about it. And, the one project will be finished very soon, so that project will be up. The other one will be finished soon after. This is going well. Yeah, so, points taken very clearly, Councilor Corey, and, we're going to be ready, appropriately the next time. We didn't anticipate something. Not that we would have. Even Liz, indicated in all her years, she's never encountered something.
Yeah, it sounds like the one is very irregular, but,
Irregular.
in general, right? You think this is more than just the one, I mean, we should probably, mitigate that.
The second one, it's little things like surveys and, grading that is not being understood. It's becoming more clear now, for sure. But they, no matter how often you tell them when they're ready to put a house on the side that they don't hear. And, it was believed that we could do the surveys and all that kind of stuff when it was very clear with our staff, Liz and myself included. So I think they just get excited, they want to get in their home, and they're not paying attention to what they need to. So they're closer to being done, and there hasn't been the amount of time, but,
So more than there should be.
100%. Yeah, very, very good comment. Of course, we're working on the budget, and we work with the groups that require support for their submissions. Cindy and I are, touches on the budget Thursday night. And we produced the technical report for the county about regarding the school intersection. And that was sent to the county. We'll see what they do. We'll see if they have a minister's appointment. We'll see what the minister of transportation. So we'll hear them. I don't know about our call, but we've got to be stable because it is in our fatalities. So, even all our traffic volume and so forth. The insurance, has all been sent in, all the insurance, that the province needs and our AMSC needs. The AMSC came up with a new template this year that, was most interesting. And it didn't work all it was supposed to, so it took a while to get through everything. And, put in all our stuff and miles of road and miles of this and sewer and lagoon sizes and all this kind of thing. Last year it was more of a different, it was more user-friendly template, because you could do some of it on paper and on Excel spreadsheet. This year you couldn't. So that was a couple days exercise, and that's okay, that's what it's about. So that's all been submitted as far as what our insurance is. And then last thing is, we've got a lot of pictures back from the wellness day. We've got some beautiful pictures of Tina and their performance. Pictures are at Staples. They're being developed. We've got a frame for them. Put a nice logo on them. Little quote. Them. And that's it as the usual, regular, daily, yeah.
Just a question, because I don't know, I don't think we've ever done this. I'm not certain if we've done this. Is it possible for us as a town and council to maybe, I don't know, card or something just to Clarence from Highway 39, just for all the years of service he's given to our community, like for people's business or something like that?
I mean, if council wants to send some, or you can or.
I also believe you assume details, and when everyone's saying, I think he sold it, I know it's for sale real estate sign.
He
right?
sold it.
I don't know what's going on with
Yeah.
the business, if he's still operating,
I don't
if
think
it's
he
the
sold
new
the
owner.
business.
But I guess that's my point, he sold the building. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I don't know that he's not just moving to a different garage. I don't know, maybe he
No,
sold
he's
it.
retiring.
Yeah, maybe he sold it to someone else, and so I have no idea what the actual structure or deal is. So I hate to presume, I guess, is what.
Yeah, because I know he's sold, like he's no longer going to be working.
Same as next 39.
I don't actually know what the details are, and there's a lot of, I mean, him selling a piece of real estate is not the same as retiring, is not the same as closing the business as his grandkids, right? I have no idea what the story is, right? So I guess hesitation, just to make sure we know the details.
Zero, no.
Bought it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly retired.
Okay, that's actually the case, but I think actually, nobody's actually been able to tell me within
Yeah,
certain.
no,
I just know, yeah.
I got it from both of them.
Yeah, because I know Daryl bought it more so for the parking lot, right?
I thought he was gonna maybe do the garage, no plans for that, so whether he will. Other than what he's gonna do with it, I don't know. But
Okay.
He definitely needs the space.
He definitely
He's gotta get off that corner. because
Yes, it's
Our
dangerous.
infrastructure is crumbling on that corner again. If council wishes to do so, if you're confident that your information is right, we're happy to do that. Yeah.
How long has he been in the business? 40 years? I read something like that. Oh, because he's only 60. He's 60.
Up to 50 years or more.
Oh, which one?
Highway 39.
That is Clarence. Oh, you mean the actual business?
His business himself, he bought it.
35
I'm gonna
years?
say he probably bought it from, Larry Cruzio, I would say up early 80s.
Yeah, because
40 years.
he told, I was talking to him and I said, are you just done? Yeah, it's time. Kind of thing. And he said, I think he said almost 40 years. So I was like, he's not even that, like, old. I know, I'm looking right now too. I saw that,
That much I know.
thank you. Oh, here it is.
Okay, any other
35
questions?
years of service.
35? Very good.
Yeah. November 30th, we are retiring.
Any other questions for Don? The Public Works, see you, Don, my comment.
No problem, can do that. So we're ready to go for winter. We're all going to the Bahamas. So we're good. No, all our winter setup is complete ahead of time this year. We're finalizing the setup for the new endpoints for the water meters. All the staff that needed to be, like Cindy and Jesse and Cheryl, Andrew and his team were training with for it. And I believe, Cindy, there's Saturday coming up or something where we're.
Well, yeah, as soon as they decide when they're gonna put the
Integrated. Or, to our software. We just got them to see And phase one of the cleanup in the cold storage has been completed. Just to add on to Andrew's tomorrow, we have the team coming to take a look at, the salvage inside the old water treatment plant. And, chat with them tomorrow. I'll let you know what the regular events, what their thoughts on the work. And we have folks on the demolition of that building. It'll be awesome. So we're gonna look into tomorrow, what can be salvaged, how we wanna do it, online auction. We have all winter, right? We're not in a hurry. So there's probably lots of valves, piping, I don't know in there, but they're gonna take a look. And then we take their percentage and I'll get their, how that's gonna look, so I'll bring that to you regularly. They wanna see the water treatment plant, see what's in it first before they move on. It'll be online. They're reputable, so that's a good thing. And then we do have quote, for it, and it's, well under the 75,000 threshold. And that's it for, public works.
Questions for Public Works? If you don't mind, continue on with the,
You bet, thank you. Kelly sends her, regrets, she's not feeling well, the last couple of days, so she said she could drag herself in. I said, not necessary. So our active memberships for October with the Arctic Spa is 94, and of course, our active memberships in 94 Arctic Spa is 17. They got a sign permit so that they can change their logo on the recreation building. They run a pottery class, which was really successful, had both classes. They had another class that was sold out, a lot of positive feedback, so they'll do another one. Cool. A yoga instructor has been added to the facility, Sandra Nice from Sundance Yoga. She's offering classes Monday evenings and mornings, so that's his crew. We're offering a Grinch tree or gnome Christmas craft on November 23rd, hosted by West Road Greenhouse. That'll be pretty cool. Just for kickstands, starting in October with all classes full. That'll be ready to the dance studio, and we offered an afternoon Halloween activity on the 26th of October. In the arena, our weeknight ice is completely booked. The only availability we have is on Sunday, so that's really good news. We have 7 Leduc AA-teams practicing in our facility in the week, complete with dry land training in the field house. So that now is being used in conjunction, which is good. West 39 has been supportive of working together to maximize all of our ice rentals. Our arena advertising sponsorships fully allocated, all invoices have been sent. Terrific support. Just absolutely. Ice off invoices for September and October have been sent out, and public skating and machining are averaging 26 per day, which is terrific. And we're getting phone calls. I just know that even today when Audrey came down to drop off some stuff for us, we were getting calls here at the office when the machining was ready. The main exterior doors for the arena entrance have been ordered. We don't have any TA on. Mechanical problems continue. Working with LPH to address the concerns with the ice plant heater, boiler lines in the Olympia room, the front office, washroom repairs, etc. Quotes are being received, so we're going to prioritize. So we're supposed to be right now. Our Olympia machine has not been running as smooth as it should be, so we've been in contact with John Hannes with Retail Services. What ails the Olympia? And that is recreation.
questions, anybody? Okay, last one, maybe, Donna, if you don't mind, this.
Sure. I'm happy to.
Done.
You bet. So Michaela's been quite busy since she's moved down here, which is good, and we've had no issues with folks coming in again this month. They are told we have enough spots for them to meet at the, I call it the portable, but I know it's not this, but at the county building there beside the rec center, and they know they'd like to come down here, so she's given them a little privacy, and they're happy with how October, and the regional Christmas on the 24th. And, of course, Councillor Crash gave the application, they're open, so I'm going to do that. And, Fireman's Food Drive, of course, on the 27th. And we'll be hosting a donation event on December 1st during Christmas in the village, and stuff in their town. That's going to be lovely. Michaela was at the monthly meeting with the company at CSF, and she's had a meeting to meet and connect with the Alberta Health Service therapist here in Black, and she works with youth in our area, so Michaela wants to get to know her and understand what's going on. There's lots of, we've got serious addiction problems all over the place, and I think what's going to happen, just from what I know for a fact, is that eventually the Alberta Health model for addiction treatment may revert toward First Nation treatment for recovery as opposed to just treatment. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two correlate. There's probably 5 addiction treatment centers being built on First Nation land right now with the recovery model. No other model are using it all. And probably CCO will be the first. Blood is second. Is coming on, and Enoch as well. So Red Deer already has a treatment center that's run by the city of Red Deer, but that's on the AHS model. They're running it on their recovery model. And I've studied both extensively in my career, but I've studied more the recovery model, not the First Nation. I think that's a model to build. They're having great success because there's ongoing support, but they treat the fact you're an addict. You've got to get off it. Just that simple. No placebos, no medical grade drugs, none of that. You've got to be clean as well. Get straight to your body, healthy, and nutrition. It's going to be very intriguing and very interesting to watch. And of course, Mom and Tots program on the 16th. We're doing a little changing where Michaela's liaising with the Mom and Tots. In the past, it's been more of a babysitting, FCSS babysit. And so we want to make it a little more busy for the moms working with the kids instead of us babysitting. So we're canvassing the moms right now, and then come the new year, we'll have some programming in that for them, and so that they're working with their little ones and not just. And 9 clients came in this month. So that's pretty good. That's more than usual. And of course, it is that time of year, but still, we keep track of it very seriously. They're comfortable coming here, and that's fine with us. We have options.
Does Michaela have a dedicated office there, or where's she located?
Yep, she's here. She's in the share, or she can use the council chambers, or she can use behind. She's here with me. And of course, Sydney's office has a film on the window, so we can see it. That's how we.
The other one has one.
For the
Oh,
outside.
outside they have
Yeah.
blinds, but there's a window in my
Sydney's
office
little
into the
window like
office.
ours right here.
Which one's your office? No, the first one or
First
the
one,
second
the
one?
first one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so then Michaela can maybe use that one.
Yes, yes.
The back one is a little too cold right now, but she's here with Cindy. She's working over there. And that's it for my portion.
Okay. Any questions on the SCS? Motion to accept the state report.
I can make that motion.
CFO reports.
Right, so I've been working on budget presentation, preparation, prepping for the LAPC audit. I spoke with the auditor last week. And then I also attended the training for that. And I've also been determining which utility accounts have ever been collected should be written off. So there's just under 5,000 in utilities going back to 2011 that haven't been paid, like final accounts. And then there's one property tax for the town of Thorsby for 32,000. It's for the Taylor Park property. So it's sitting on there, and they
I
are.
understand that, like, I mean, from when?
From
So
before,
half
so
the
when
property
we,
was a tax.
yeah, it was a
Tax,
tax sale.
Oh, I
They
see.
lost, they have,
Okay.
but they're still scary, where if they come pay their taxes, they technically have it back or whatever, there's a whole process, it's not as simple as you just like
Okay.
take the property, it's yours, so they still could pay that tax and square up at some point, I think.
Okay, I understand.
So I'm just looking into all of that.
Yeah, that's a process.
Well, I
Yeah,
just-
it's another- yeah, I don't know what was supposed to happen with that 33 grand, but
Yeah.
that's the reason why the guy
No
didn't.
wonder he gave it
want
to
it.
us.
Yeah.
He didn't give it, he lost it because he didn't pay that
Because you
tax.
didn't pay his taxes. So it's outstanding, right? And the owner of the property was the town of Thorsby, like, we're on title.
Now it is, yeah,
Yeah.
but the person who actually incurred that debt, so that the town came to acquire it, yeah, I don't know how that
So-
can be accounted for, but I see how it
I'll have to
happens.
go back and look and see exactly what the date was and when it transferred, but we have to, it's sitting on our AR, so we have to write it off.
I just find it all misleading because we've named the park after him as if he gifted it.
Oh, no.
No, there's two lots.
There's two lots there.
His lot's fine.
He donated his lot, and
Yeah.
the other lot was a tax kickback.
You
and it was
remember
owned-
Bullseye Bill there when he had his, and the building collapsed in there? Am I correct there?
Yeah.
And he just basically walked away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cleaned it up and everything.
Taylor donated the second lot, not the whole, like, the half of it was already the town was stuck with it, we tried to
Oh,
auction it, and the auction turned up that nobody was interested, who would have thought?
Right.
So the town got stuck with it.
Right.
And yet the tax are still owed, so they say we have the one lot, then he donated the second lot, so that we can actually have a proper size square.
All right, thanks for the clarification.
Well,
Yeah, no, it
was
wasn't,
very
no.
confusing.
Yeah, no, it's
I like
half
the
the
same thing
same.
with you, and I was, how can that possible, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just the half that.
Yeah.
The half that was there.
And it goes
So
back to the-
sign on his one.
We have to give Taylor
Too
Park
much
snow.
snow.
Well, removing load-bearing walls.
And that too.
Had nothing to do with the amount of snow, it had to do with the dumbass with the hammer who didn't know what the wall was for.
One of the gun range over there.
Okay, so then outstanding utilities, 74,145.12, of which 6,500 will be up. Outstanding taxes, 316,547.14. 47,851.36 up for tax recovery, so we have seen some stuff. And 45,307.63. But you can save it $48 over the next. Our operating account, 962,000 savings.
Thank you. Any questions for? So Saturday, 10 a.m.,
Saturday and Sunday, 10?
Hopefully not,
hopefully not Sunday, hopefully.
For sure Saturday, but maybe Sunday too.
yeah, hopefully not, because I have to go Saturday, so I don't know, I have to be there.
Any other questions? We got a motion to accept the CFO report from the commission. All in favor? That is carried. And, all right, so, you ladies at the back, anything? Irene, yeah, go ahead. Oh, it was my pleasure. I was glad to see you ladies there. It was, very nice. I counted 49 wreaths there, and, that's pretty cool, you know, get some of those kids to come up there, young kids in there and their families, and it's really nice to see, and nice to see you ladies there, so thank you for that. Oh. So, as far as, anybody in the comment on the,
Could that be added to our code of conduct, address policy, or,
You know what, if Phyllis would do, if they include any
feel like that'd be extremely, difficult and dangerous road to go down trying to include dress code within the
Yeah.
council code of conduct.
Or but just
If you want to
address,
try to set a standard, that's one thing, which actually included in the code of conduct would be
Yeah.
next to futile and just problematic in every regard.
like a dress policy.
You don't see anybody in the Edmonton Chambers wearing hats or any I've been to Calmar's, I have not seen anybody in there wearing hats. That's disrespectful.
In principle, I agree with you, but in practice, actually putting it in force, if a councillor in the city of Edmonton wished to, it would be extremely problematic for the rest of council to actually enforce it or do anything about it. There's a difference between setting a tone and actually having it in the code of conduct, and I wouldn't really bring it in the code of conduct. But
It's just, I definitely agree with you in the chambers here, absolutely. But, you know, I'm gonna say for myself, I don't know, my wife, my dad, he wore a hat, I wore a hat. I come off the street, I come in to talk to God, I wear my hat. I don't even think about it. But I certainly don't wear it in here.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we'll try and get a happy medium in there, and certainly we'll do what we
can't
can.
have our whole world evolve into trying to fight about an unenforceable hat policy is always a problem.
And not,
Thank
and
you for
not
bringing it
to
up.
defend him, but he does come from work quite a bit, where
Well,
he
and
wears
that's-
a hat, and then he.
My dad always says, if you don't wear a hat, you're gonna go bald. So that's why I always wear a hat. I don't know.
I thought it was the opposite, if you wear a
Yeah,
hat.
Oh, no,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah, yeah.
He said, that you get more hair if you wear a hat all the time.
Fertilizer.
I don't
I
know, that's not
use
worth
the
it.
science of this,
But anyhow, well taken, thank you. We'll see.
It's just a private conversation.
yeah.
Anything else?
I think there's too many things that we could critique that could cause problems on dress code or manners that are questionable, who's right, who's wrong. So, yeah, it's a delicate situation.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a council meeting this morning, and Hankin Street, everybody's in jeans, so forth, and it's all
I
fine.
think we're almost all in jeans right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
The cow is different than the regular too, though. Cow is
No, but I guess
less.
the point is, at what point you start saying what length skirt needs to be worn, and now is that
Exactly.
applicable because that's, you know, gendered, and then do I need a tie? Where do we draw the line? At a certain point, it's very,
But I
very,
mean-
very, very unenforceable and subject to just nothing but points of contention. I would very much like to stay away from dress code. If they're gonna have a private mention,
Well,
sure, but beyond that, I
first
don't
you
think we
can have
wanna
a
go down
private-
that road.
First, we can have a private talk. That's about as far as we can probably go.
I don't know anybody that goes into anybody's home for a meal that they're invited to that wears a hat to the table. In my house, it's not allowed. Phones are not allowed near my table. You stick them into another room or you put them in your vehicle. Your hat is the same. That's just disrespect.
It is, maybe for sure, but I mean, it's a different world out there right now. You see these kids walking around with their hoodies, you know, you can't even see their face, you know, and, I mean,
But we are elected officials, and I mean, there is an expectation that we're representing our community. I mean, most organizations have dress policies. It's not like it's an unusual thing, but I guess if you just tell someone to have some common sense and maybe represent themselves as they should.
But you saw that guy from Grand Prairie, I can't remember his name right now, Chris, I think. He wears wild colored suits.
But he's wearing a suit.
He's from the city, right? From
GP, he's
Grand
from
Prairie?
Grand Prairie,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know him. He
He's got
is,
like big
oh, yeah.
pom-pom hair and
100%.
I think he looks
stands out,
excellent.
you know, somebody would say, what are you doing? But
Most meetings don't run with dress code anymore. They're saying you're wearing jeans, they're new, make sure there are holes in them and tar over and all that kind of stuff.
The biggest point is dress codes and what is acceptable and what is disrespectful and what you should or shouldn't do
Everything's different,
is
yeah.
so very, very subject, largely based on age demographic, but as well as multiple other socioeconomic conditions. I'm not gonna say that, well, gee shucks, everyone should adhere to a 1970s white masculine, like, this is arbitrary and I don't want us to go down this road. It is such a socioeconomic
I
nuanced,
wouldn't
divisive
care if you
consideration.
wore
That's insane.
fluorescent yellow or pink to this meeting, as long as you did not have a hat on your head in this chamber.
And I would consider that someone wearing a hat is not disrespectful, but someone wearing their bright fluorescent just to stand out is disrespectful. So my point is, why are we having this debate? Because we're never gonna all agree.
I will say, Debbie, though, to support you in my table in our house, there's no house.
Oh, that's the way I grew up,
Our
too.
godchildren, they get sold at the door. Or they have to, like.
Even my brothers didn't give, put a hat on at my table, and
I look for the workload and how we're all working. We're all working. And we're
Anything else, anybody has anything else?
I forgot to mention my report, though, I did the Remembrance Day service, I totally
Oh,
forgot
right.
about that.
Well, that's in
That's
November.
November.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'll mention it.
All right, if not, then we have a motion to adjourn.
Sure, I'll move to adjourn.
All right, in favor?
Saturday, 10 a.m.
Meet today.
Yeah, and I think